Hello there. Good afternoon. How are we doing today?
Could be better, could be worse.
Okay. Did you happen to get your consent looked over?
Yeah, I got all that stuff. I looked it over and signed it. Looked okay to me, unless there's something in particular, you think I should remember or want to call attention to. But I think I get it.
Okay. So yeah, I just want you to know this is totally confidential and
Unless I'm like going to kill myself or something, right?
Right.
I'm not going to do that, I don't think. So.
Okay. All right. Well, tell me what's on your mind.
It's like I woke up one day and I just realized I'm 40 years old. My job's kind of at a dead end, and my father passed away recently. I've got divorced, not as recently, but that happened, and I just look around, and I guess it's kind of cliche, but I just feel like, I'm at the top of the hill, and it's just me being pushed over to the other side, and I'm just hard to find joy with a sense of like, this is it, like.
Yeah. What do you mean by pushed over the hill?
I just, I don't wake up happy about things. I don't wake up excited about things. I don't think I'm depressed. But it's, a little less dramatic than that. Maybe it's like a lack of joy in my life. I don't remember the last time I smiled really, or caught myself laughing at something. It's just like one piece of shit thing after another I have to deal with. And, that latest piece of shit thing right now is, I don't know where a 75-year-old woman finds a boyfriend, but my mom just found an 80-year boyfriend. That's all but moved into her house. And this is what kind of just like pushed it all over, right? Because you expect one thing, one parent dies, you help the other parent grieve, you do that as, a dutiful son, and then all of a sudden there's this old fucker that comes out of nowhere that I have to deal with, and it sounds funny, but it's not, right? Like, it's just this other geriatric person I have to deal with. I guess that sounds kind of callous, but I mean, I don't know this man.
Right.
He's already telling my mom he loves her.
Yeah.
If my mom gets sick tomorrow, what's that going to look like?
Yeah.
And it's just like this person, it feels to me overnight has like dramatically altered the way that I see, my relationship with my mom. It was going to be her twilight years, I think it pisses me off probably.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm hearing a lot going on here, and it sounds, and tell me if I'm wrong, but quite overwhelming to have lost your dad, your wife, your job seems to be dead end, and not getting much joy out of your day.
Well, dead end might be like a little bit hyperbolic, but I've just kind of peaked, like I don't envision my day to day right now being that much different there. Mm-hmm. From my day to day 60 years from now, right? Like, I'm doing pretty good. It's all first world problems. Like, it's a good job, it more than pays the bills. I'm financially stable. But it's not, it's exciting to learn new things. I'm not learning new things there anymore. It's not like, I'm on autopilot, maybe. That's the way to put it.
Okay. So autopilot. All right. And then, really struggling with having your mom, meeting someone new. I sense there's a lot of loss that's happened, and, tell me if I'm wrong, perhaps you're maybe feeling like you're losing your mom a little bit to her.
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, like the relationship's fundamentally changed.
Yeah.
And, then I get wrapped up in my head, and I'm like, well, is that because I'm acting like a child? I mean, I'm 40 years old. Is there a 40-year-old Oedipal complex or something like that? Like, am I jealous all of a sudden that, like, I have to deal with this fucking person that I didn't know yesterday? Like, I don't know.
I think it's okay to feel jealous of a person that you don't know. I think you told me you just lost your dad.
Yeah.
And I think if you had somebody that, would be seemingly replacing him, if you don't mind my...
Yeah, it's not even a sense of replacement. I've thought about that. And it's like, like, I get it. Like, everyone deserves companionship. Everyone deserves, a confidant, a partner. But this guy, like, came out of nowhere and is basically, like, living there. And it's a lot of distrust, maybe. I don't know. I just don't like him. And I don't welcome him with open arms. And I'm just struggling with this idea where I guess I have to grow up, so to speak, and be an adult and, like, accept this person for the sake of whatever's left of my mom's life, right? To make most of that relationship while I can.
Yeah.
Because right now, I don't like him so much, I don't want to be around either of them.
Yeah. I can see how that would soil your plans of trying to be more involved and seeing your mom through these years. They're important. Sounds to me like you find them important as well. May I ask, how long ago was it that your dad passed away?
Like 3-4 years ago. It's funny how you, like, forget those things.
And then how long was it when she started dating this new guy afterwards? How long have they been together?
I think she waited like a year. I mean, and it's just, really the reason why I'm here is, it's near the holidays, it's near Christmas. Christmas is really important, and my family's been getting smaller instead of bigger. It's not really going the way that I thought it would. And I was shocked to hear it, but this man is bringing his kids to my mom's home for Christmas, and it's like, what the fuck? I'm gonna walk into my house, my childhood home, and see this man I don't know trying to buy all his kids I don't know. My mom by his side, handing out presents like he's like Santa Claus in the house that my dad built. That seems weird to me. Does that seem weird to you?
I mean, this is your experience, and it's totally.
I mean, I want your opinion though. Like, what do you think? Is that normal? I
think it's perfectly acceptable to be completely weirded out by that. I mean, this is a guy you don't even like, right? This is someone you're really struggling.
Like, why didn't they invite her to their house? Like, why did they all come into my house? I mean.
So if there was a magic wand waved, so to speak, or a comet flew over the heavens tonight as you slept and you woke up tomorrow, and I
don't know if I say that out loud, right? Like.
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean,
if it was for all that you're stating here with me today, the gravity of all this loss, feeling like you're losing your mom, being completely turned off by this.
I think if they could take a second and consider me and my feelings in this, instead of blowing through their relationship like they're teenagers, maybe that made me feel better. The guy's never said anything nice to me about, sorry for the loss of your dad, blah blah blah. And, nothing. He just I just came over, he was there one day, and now he's bringing his kids. So what would make what could I think of that would be a sign that things are different? If I don't know, if he was gone, that's that. If they broke up, I don't know. I guess it would be if they tried to include me in an appropriate way, and give me the space to continue to have my own personal relationship with my mom that didn't include him. Because right now I can't even talk to her without him answering the phone first, and that's too much.
Okay, so these are all things that you want them to do. What do you think you could do yourself to facilitate this sort of movement in the right direction?
Yeah, start therapy and.
Yeah, we're talking about it. Yeah. So, if you were in a position where you needed to convey these feelings to your mom, which it sounds like you are, maybe, what would be the first thing that you would start with? I think you're the expert on, what you and your mom's relationship is and should look like, and what you want to have going forward. So tell me, what's a small step in that direction that you think could help to facilitate maybe a bigger conversation, maybe a relationship that looks more like you would want it to, so that you're more comfortable?
I think that she needs to hear that I expect or need at least a little bit of space to continue a private, confidential relationship with my mother that doesn't involve him.
Okay.
Like, I don't even want to tell her anything about anything because I don't want him to, I don't need his opinion on things.
Sure. So, all right. Okay. So we're gonna wind down, but I do want to, leave you with some thoughts about, how we move forward. So if you're gonna have a conversation that looks like, hey, I want to, have a relationship with you, do you think, are you and your mom the kind of people that have more of a phone relationship, or a let's go out to lunch, and these are things to think about, think about what are ways that you and your mom connect. And I want you to try to, build on that. Maybe think about when you were, struggling through your loss of your dad. You said y'all were doing that together. So, what were some things that you were able to do during that time that gave you more of a connection, right?
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I'll have to go with something. Something's going to change.
Yeah, and I think if you're able to, pinpoint a few of those, a few ways where you can, make that work in a way that's an improvement for you. I think that'll help. If you have more of that relationship with your mom, I think it'll help her and you be her and you, and not her and you. And
I think I hear you saying I need to find a way to draw boundaries around this and do it respectfully and communicate it appropriately. And that'll take some work. I have to think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have something more for you for next time.
Yeah. I know it's a hard conversation to have too with your mom. So, try to move with love. Try to move with, the good that you want to move forward with. Because I know you want things to be better. You're here. You're doing the work. That's a big step in the right direction.
Okay.
And if you and your mom are able to, find a solid ground to stand on, come together, and be able to have that relationship that you want. I think that'll benefit a lot of having some more socializing in your life, especially with the holidays coming. You'll have more social appointments that you'll be able to navigate a little better. You'll have more things to talk about other than talking about what her and Jim are doing.
Yeah. Well, I'll think about it. Covered a lot today. I think I'm ready to let it percolate a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely.
see you next time.
Yeah, I think see you next time, and
I'll just email you for the appointment or something.
Yeah, I think if you are, ready to move in the right direction, I think you're doing good so far.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.